we had a little disease outbreak for our stone fruit. This was a multi-graft almond tree, and it just, all the leaves turned yellow and fell off and the tree died. And this happened to some of the pears, or not pears, some of the plums and different varieties like a peach and nectarines. I lost probably like 5 or 6 trees this year in the beginning of summer, which is terrible. But that's a good reason why you companion plant. So this apple tree I planted kind of in the shade, but it would get like afternoon sun, but it'd get like morning shade, and it was kind of slowly growing, not really that fast, but it was benefiting from all the water that the almond tree was getting. And then when the almond tree died, now I have a tree that's 3 years old, little apple tree. And even this little apple tree is gonna give us a couple little apples this year, which is fine when you're like year 2 or 3. You can let her grow a couple apples or a couple of fruits. Next year will probably be a little bit better. I'm getting attacked by a bee because I'm standing in her flight path here. And we'll get to the bees next, but this is about companion planting. So plant yourself little buddies that live kind of like underneath. Like here's a pear tree that I planted. Here's another little pear tree that I planted. So if the mama pear tree dies, we will have backup pear trees to kind of take over, and they'll be aged. And pretty soon I'll be able to take this branch and graft it to that branch and create like a network, which I don't know how good that is. I'm going to do an experiment, but if one gets diseased and the other one's resistant, I don't know if the resistant one will help the one with the disease, or if the diseased one will constantly infect the resistant one. That's to be found out. Anyway, that's companion planting. I do that with a lot of different trees around here. I'll plant doubles, and one will make it, one will do really good, and the other one will struggle. Like here's a good example. This plum tree has that disease, and the leaves are wilty and kind of falling off. But this plum is more resistant to that, even though it looks a little thirsty. We get little gophers that undermine the roots and stuff too. But yeah, so companion planting even in the same variety. It happened over here where this nectarine wasn't doing too good. So this plum was doing great, so this nectarine got chopped down and the rootstock survived. So here's another apple tree. It doesn't get enough sun, but little bit by little bit it grows, and one day it'll be a taller tree, and if something happens to any of these 2 other trees, then we'll have one. We'll have a little replacement tree. Anyway, I thought I'd share that. Thanks for watching.